Hello everyone and welcome to the program Discuss on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on to this edition of the program. Today we turn our attention to, there's a platform where we discuss national and state issues. We bring it all to the table for clarity, debate and solutions. Today we turn our focus to Rivers State, a state often called the treasure base of the nation, but now sitting on political uncertainty. For the past 6 months, the state has been under the grip of state of emergency ruling by Abbas, raising questions about governance, stability, and the future of Governor Similari Fubara's administration. Is this emergency rule a safeguard for peace or a stumbling block to democracy? What does the future hold for Governor Fubara amidst political tussle, party rift, and also yearning of Rivers people for progress? So we'll be having conversations around these angles based on the fact that after 6 months, yesterday rather, on the 17th, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, called off the state of emergency in Rivers State and reinstated Governor Similari Fubara, his deputy, and every other lawmaker that has been away from office for the past 6 months, given the fact that the insurgents or state of emergency, I beg your pardon, has been, ignited. So we'll be having conversations on the future, what it holds for River State after the election. We'll be looking at key highlights: political infighting, security breakdown, judicial pronouncements, and intervention of traditional leaders, including Ibas, sets the stage for impact on governance, economy, and citizens' daily life. So we'll be having this conversation. We'll be unpacking this major talking point in Nigerian political landscape. And joining us live in the live studios to have this conversation is Chief Honorable Ogwefi Lucky Omeka. He's a businessman and also a politician. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Discuss today.
Yeah, good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's look at it now from the past 6 months in Rivers State, state of emergency ruling by Imas, as what has really changed in the governance of Rivers State. Is this a stability measure, or does it weaken the authority of the governor, given the fact that he has assumed office now?
Well, when you talked about this, I think it's in two ways.
Okay.
Because, first and foremost, the sole administrator, from his antecedents, he was never a politician. You understand? He's a retired naval officer.
Yes.
Which I think what he knows about is about security and not governance. So let's say the past 6 months that he has been in charge of the affairs of Rivers State, the only thing you say is that, okay, things came back in a normal way, and the security apparatus in Rivers State, I think they fastened their seatbelt, because the man there is also a security personnel. Then on the other side, I've never seen where a democratically elected governor is being suspended by a democratically elected president. If we go back during the Goodluck Jonathan era, whenever he wants to declare a state of emergency, he takes charge of the security angle of that state. But the same governor is still there, doing his governance. But everything about security, from the commissioner of police of the state and every other political security people there, reports directly to Mr. President, because he has taken charge of that area. But in Rivers State, we can say for 6 months, it's only security and things come back to normalcy.
Yes.
But in terms of governance, I don't think there is any kudos that should be given to him for that.
Okay, looking at it now, before we go deeper into this conversation, let's just scratch the surface a bit.
Okay.
Do you think what lessons do you think that politicians and Nigerians must have learned in the past 6 months under the rulership and also the state of emergency rule that was placed on Rivers State?
Well, I can say that the lesson that the political gladiators in my dear state, Rivers State, learn in this period is that violence doesn't pay. They say when two elephants are fighting, the grass is the one feeling the impact. Because what happened in Rivers State today, the common Rivers people are the one feeling it. Because everything remains standstill. But I pray that from today that the governor has taken over, let's see if he can also do the needful.
You are someone who is very close to the people of River State, obviously, because you're from River State, and you just spoke as a traditional leader that you are, and also someone who is very close to the youth. As someone close to the youth, how do you think this past 6 months has been for the people, mostly the youths and the market women of River State, on the way the state has been governed by someone who doesn't have a strong background in politics and governance?
Yeah, you fail to recognize one area about me. I am still the President General of True Rivers Initiative.
Oh, okay.
In the 23 local governments in Rivers State, at least I have nothing less than 500 or 600 members in each of the 23 local governments.
Yes.
And they know that youths are the vehicle when it comes to governance, politics, etc., etc. Now, the Rivers State youth, they are not happy, from my own understanding.
Yes.
Because having governed for the past 6 months with someone that, number one, is not from Rivers State.
Okay.
That is also, what's it called, something that will bring the state back.
Yeah.
When it comes to economic and social development.
Yes.
So it's not only the youth, even the common Rivers people, the market women, they felt it. Because when the governor was in charge, he released contracts, he gives businesses to Rivers people, and at the end, money circulates to everybody.
Yes.
But this sole administrator that left yesterday, I don't know, arguably, if there's any of the Governor Simfubara's contracts or business that he took over from and finished, or he only focuses on
security.
The security. So I think it's just like that. Everybody, including the youth, they are feeling what is happening in Rivers State. But I pray that now that the governor has come, as a man of the people, he will do the needful. Rivers State will come back to his normal
standard of relevance that as we've always known River State to be.
Please.
So looking at this other angle, you made mention of contract and projects being carried out. What do you have to say around the budget that was presented by the just passed sole administrator of River State, and what can you say within those lines? Do you think those budgets now would be able to, now that Sim Fubara has been reinstated as the governor, do you think he would be able to carry on with that trajectory of what he has been doing, based on the fact that his first 2 years in office has been a political tussle, between the former governor and currently the FCT minister, Omeka, and a whole lot of political, up and down that he has been facing? How well do you think he would be able to, perform, given the fact that he has been reinstated?
Yeah, I think this question he asked now is based on his own discretion.
Okay.
Because I haven't assumed office today. At least this morning, I was seeing some videos and phone calls while the well-meaning Rivers people, crowded the government house, waiting for his arrival and also to address the press. That shows you how the people love him as a governor. And also the State Assembly, as I speak with you now, they are holding their plenary section. And I believe now that peace has come, there is no need of going front and back. When he meets with the State Assembly, both parties will sit down and iron things out and see the way they will move Rivers State forward. If the budget that has been passed or that has been presented by the sole administrator, is something that will, you know, be better for the Rivers people. I think they will also, you know, follow suit. But if it's something that they think it will not promote the progress and stability of the state, they will decline and make adjustments. It's just at their own discretion.
Okay, well, looking at River State now, as is River State at the risk of becoming a battleground that could influence national politics? Because we also saw what happened during the past election. And we wouldn't want to go back fully into that, but do you think River State is at the risk of becoming a battleground that could influence, you know, the forthcoming election come to
but you all should know that River State, as the treasure base of the nation, the oil-rich state,
yes,
it influences what happened in the center. Because one, check from 1999, when Sir Dr. Peter Odili was the governor of River State.
Yes.
As a governor, he's part of the people that make things happen at the center. When Rotimi Amechi was the governor of River State, he saw what happened. He led the APC in 2015 to, you know, take off the incumbent. That shows you the influence and powers that River State and his political leaders have in the national politics. Then that of the Minister of FCT,
yes, when
he was a governor. He saw the way he was, you know, doing things that, according to people, he is a part of the instruments that made the incumbent president to win the election. So River State politics, if it is not well managed, it affects the national. But if it's well managed, it influences the stability and the progress of the national politics. So that is it.
Okay, so now, that means if there is no peace in River State, now that means, are you saying that we would see a rift now come 2027?
Yes, it will affect it. I tell you, for free. For sure. Look at them. He's the minister of FCT. Is he a push and start minister? No, that is it. Yes. The governor himself also is not just a common governor. He's a governor of River State. If he doesn't have the, what's it called, the strength, but he has the highest power when it comes to politics, which is money. He can influence whoever that will challenge the president at the center. So that is just that. So River State is one of the states in Nigeria that, if not well managed, it will affect the center.
Okay, what can be done now? Okay, talking about that politically now. Okay, let's talk about ways moving forward, and also now exiting the state of emergency rule in River State. How can River State now exit its state of emergency phase and return to full democratic governance? Because it has, for the past 6 months, it's almost like a dictatorship in the state of Rivers, with what we're seeing in the media. Despite the fact that the president was looking to the fact that they want peace, we saw a whole lot of military officials in that state. Now, how can the state now go back to its democratic governance and people would live freely?
Well, there's one thing that my father always say. He says that any problem in a community is in the favor of the red cap chiefs. Now, I read the press release by the FCT minister concerning the return of Governor Fubara, that is grateful to God and to Mr. President for wading into River State matter. That if he didn't do that, I don't think there should be state called River State for now. But thank God for that. That's why I told you that emergency rule is in two ways.
Yes.
You know, now the governor has come. He needs to maintain that peace by aligning with the state assembly, the stakeholders in River State, reconcile. He also needs to compromise, because where there is no peace, the state will not progress. So I think he's smart enough to bring everybody together, and, you know, peace and growth will flow in the state.
Well, what do you mean compromise?
Yeah, compromise, because for them to get to where they are today, he had to compromise. He had to say, no, River State first. I need to reconcile with the aggrieved party so that peace will come to stay in River State, which is what he did that have mounted, his return so quick and so fast. So having returned now, it is at his own discretion, which I know that he needs to do and he will do. Bring everybody together. Make sure that whoever that is aggrieved is settled and the state move forward. Because Rivers State is not a one-man state. It belongs to everybody.
Do you think, after everything that has happened, do you think the people still have faith in him to want to elect him back for the second term?
He needs to build that. That is it. He needs to build that. And one of the ways is the way he has been doing since. Go back to the projects that has been doing, the road, the bridges, the health infrastructure, creation of job, paying the civil servant before 30th, all those stuff. When he continue doing that, they will win the mind of Rivers State. And then we move the motion to bring him back for second tenure.
This said individual has been in finance all his life before the past just past governor brought him in and handed him the tickets to be the governor, or yes, the governor of Rivers State. What role do you think Godfatherism play in getting Rivers State into the state of emergency, and also what role do you think that Godfatherism also played in bringing on Rivers State from state of emergency?
Well, what you are saying is as if you are not a Nigerian. Politics is all about candidature and Godfatherism. You cannot just wake up one day and you say you want to run an election without people being there, without those who run things bringing you to the table and see how to market you, create adequate awareness about you that will make the people to believe and also say that yes, there you are up to. So this one you're asking as if you're not a Nigerian.
No.
So that is just that.
There's actually roles that this has played now, because a whole lot of things were being said about the fact that we're being alleged actually about appointing a certain number of individuals, and also the past governor, who is the current FCT minister, also having a chunk of share of those is going to affect. Now, don't you think that if you believe in me and you make me a governor, don't you think I have the apparatus to lead the affairs of the state?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Let's use you as an example now.
Okay.
If you are a governor and when they check your political history, you were one time assembly member, you were one time local government chairman, you were one time House of Rep member, you were one time senator, and now a governor. That shows that you know the way, the procedures and the processes of governance and what it entails. But where a situation whereby the first elective position that you've ever had is the governorship, which at the state level is the highest position. So people that they call elder statesmen will rally around you to ensure that you have a smooth government of the day. And as a smart person, knowing fully well that these 2 or 3 persons played a key and a vital role bringing you as a governor, you need to align and make sure that everything flows well for peace and growth of the state.
Okay, peace and growth of the state is actually the main goal here. But we'll be going on a very quick break, and then when we return back, this conversation continues as we'll look at ways that the federal government, traditional leaders, and civil society organization will play in maintaining and saying the sustainability and growth of a river state. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, this is Discuss, and I've been having an interesting conversation around the state of Rivers State based on the fact that we've seen the state of emergency ruling being removed by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and reinstating Sim Larry Fubara and his deputy, and also every other lawmakers who have been on, would I say, leave for the past 6 months have been returned back to office. So now we're looking at other means of how the federal government will be looking at means of how the federal government will, and traditional leaders and civil society organizations, what roles they need to play in stabilizing the state and pushing forward with the progression of the state of Rivers State. I still have in the studio with me High Chief Honorable Lucky Omeka, who is here. So Chief, let's look at it from this angle now. What role do you think the federal government needs to play? Traditional leaders as well, how do you think they need to rally around the current governor, that's Simlai Fubara, who was democratically elected, to push the growth of Rivers State forward?
Well, I think first and foremost, let's start with the federal government.
Yes.
The federal government, for now, what I think they should do is to, identify him once more as the governor of Rivers State. Give him every support that is needed, financially, security-wise, and let everything that other states are benefiting also come down to Rivers State, so that they work in pari passu to promote the interests of the country and the state at large. Then we talk of the traditional rulers. Well, as a chief, I don't think traditional rulers have that much powers. The only thing they have to do is mostly some that they are first-class traditional ruler, which is the government of the state that needs to give them the staff of office, recognize them, and they will pay them some stipend every month as a traditional ruler. So what they will do in return is to, support the government of the day, make sure that they rally around the governor, adequately inform their subordinates that peace has come, and for them to also work together with the governor and the government of the day, so that peace, growth, and stability will remain in Rivers State as usual. Okay,
before I let you go quickly, give us your take on the Rivers State had 2 elections, so local government and council elections.
Yes.
What are your reactions to the results, individually, differently?
Well,
for the first and the second, because the first happened when Simlai Fubara was still the governor, and then after it was nullified, and then another one happened, and then we saw different results.
You are correct, but you know that this question you are asking me is still in court.
Yes.
So I'm not a lawyer. I'm only a politician and a businessman. But I think it's at the discretion of the judiciary to take the final decision, and whatsoever decision they took, we must adhere to it, because that is the final decision-making body. Just like the one Fubara conducted, there was a court issue that quashed that local government process. This one now, they are still in court.
Yes.
Nobody knows the outcome. So until the outcome comes, then that will answer your question.
Do you think that the people of Rivers State have full belief in the judicial system of Nigeria, generally?
Well, this question you ask is a personal belief. You might not believe in judiciary, I might believe in them, but it is left for the youth and the people of Rivers State to decide, because I can't speak for them.
All right. Okay. Rivers State is too important to Nigerians' economy, democracy, and peace to remain in uncertainty. The emergency ruling may have brought time, but it cannot replace lasting political stability and good governance. The future of the governor, Fubara, and destiny of the people rests not just in the hands of politicians, but also the collective resolve for justice, peace, and accountability. Well, that is it. And there's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Discuss. My name is Samuel Odi, and I want to say a very big thank you to Chief Honorable Lucky Omeka, a politician and a businessman, for taking out time to join us on today's edition of Discuss.
It's my pleasure.
The pleasure is all.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I'll see you again as we discuss further. I want to say a very big thank you to the entire production team for making today's production seamless. I am Samuel Odi. Looks like I'll come your way next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.